Hey guys! So today's video is going to be a story time video. I've never done one before. This is going to be my first one, so I'm a little nervous about it. I love watching story time videos, especially ones about like paranormal and ghost experiences. I don't know, it just fascinates me. So that's what mine is going to be about today. And sorry if my voice doesn't sound that great. I'm getting over being sick, so that's that. So a couple years ago, me and my cousin, we spent a night at the Lizzie Borden bed and breakfast, and that had to be one of the scariest nights of my entire life. Let me tell you, so many things happened. I don't know how I didn't have a heart attack. So when she first asked me to go, I was so excited. I was like, yes, let's do it. We both love like haunted like houses and everything like that, so we were really excited. And then once we got there, I started to get a little more nervous. I was like, okay, just knowing what happened in this place, I'm really freaked out that something's gonna happen to us, like we're gonna have some kind of ghostly encounter, and I knew that if something happened, I was not going to handle it well. So we got there during the day, we went out, got something to eat, and then once nighttime came around, that's when everything started. So once it got dark out, we did like a tour around the house with a few other people that were staying there that night. So one of the people that works there, he was giving us a tour of the house, telling us everything like about the family, everything that happened with the murders. So at one point we were in the dining room, and we were standing like against the wall that, like on the other side, it was just the outside. So we're standing against the wall, and the guy is talking about Lizzie Borden's father. And all of a sudden there was a huge bang against the wall. Like it sounded like someone just slammed their fist against the wall, and we all jumped and like looked right to the wall. We were like, oh my god, what the hell was that? And the guy was like, oh, I don't know what that was. So he like runs out to someone else working there, and he's like, is anyone outside? And they were like, no one's there. So he was like, oh, well, I don't know what that was. And we were like, oh, okay, great, just some ghosts banging their fists against the wall. So now I am super freaked out. I was like, oh no, I have a feeling things are just gonna keep getting worse from here on out. So then we continue the tour. We go upstairs to the attic where there's said to be like children spirits, and I do not mess with children spirits. That probably freaks me out more than any grown person spirit. I don't know why. I think it's because The Shining, that movie, kind of just scarred me with those two little girls. I don't know. But so we're up in the attic, and he's explaining what happened with these children, and then like all of a sudden I just had a really like weird feeling come over me. I had like my arms crossed, and then all of a sudden I could like feel like the hairs on my arm start to stand up. So I looked down at my arm, and I could literally see like all the hairs like standing up like one by one, and I didn't have any goosebumps, nothing. I wasn't cold. So I just got really freaked out. I was like, what the hell is going on? This has never happened to me before. So I really just wanted to get out of the attic as soon as possible, because that was just a really uneasy feeling that I had, and I was not enjoying it at all. So once the tour was over, everything was fine. So then nighttime came around, time for sleep, whatever. So we all go to our rooms, and me and my cousin were sharing a room and her parents were in another room. So we were in bed. It's probably like, it was about 1:30 in the morning and we were still awake. We were just sitting in bed, like talking, laughing, whatever. And we kept a light on in the room because there was no way in hell that I was sleeping in that room with all the lights off. And we were staying in the room where Lizzie Borden's mother was murdered. So yeah, I think you can understand why I didn't want any lights out. So we were sitting in bed talking around 1:30 in the morning, and then all of a sudden we start to hear footsteps in the hallway. So we stop talking, we're listening to the footsteps, and we're both just like staring at the door, you know, thinking that, okay, maybe it's one of her parents walking in the hallways to go to the bathroom, because to get to the bathroom they would have to walk past our room. So we're listening, and then all of a sudden the footsteps stop in front of our door, and then literally our doorknob starts rattling like someone is trying to open the door. And we look at each other, and then we both just go like under the covers, like holding each other in bed. We both like turn away from the door, so now we're like laying down looking in the mirror, and you can see the door in the mirror, and the doorknob just keeps rattling. It's going for like 15 seconds. We're both like freaking out. I am preparing myself for the door to open, and I'm just gonna see someone like standing there like ready to kill us. So now my mind starts racing, and I'm like looking around the room for like a weapon that I could use. I was so scared. You have no idea. My heart was going a million miles per minute, and finally the doorknob stops and there's no more footsteps. It's just dead quiet. So we're both just laying in bed like, what just happened? And if it was one of her parents like trying to play a joke on us, we would have heard the footsteps going back to their room, because everything in that house creaked so much because it was so old. So we would have heard footsteps going back to their room, but we heard nothing. And it was so scary. So a few seconds after it stopped, my cousin, she just jumps out of bed, opens the door, and like runs into the hallway to see if someone's there. And I'm like, are you crazy? I was like, my ass is staying in bed. You can go out and look all you want, but I'm not getting out of this bed. So then she comes back in the room. She's like, I don't know what that was. I was like, obviously it was a damn ghost like playing jokes on us. It was so freaky. And then afterwards, like, oh my god, my adrenaline was pumping. I think I slept a total of like 30 minutes that night. I could not fall asleep. I kept like checking my phone to see like when the sun was coming up. I was like, I can't. Every time I closed my eyes that night, I would close my eyes and then I just felt like someone was watching me. So then 5 seconds later, my eyes would snap open. And I just could not, I didn't feel comfortable in that room, in that house, nothing. It was one of the scariest experiences of my life. And I would love to say that, oh yeah, I would go back again to see if anything else would happen. But I don't know. I mean, it was so scary. I was literally fearing for my life from a damn ghost. And that house is definitely haunted. There's no doubt about that. And then after we stayed, I watched all of like the ghost hunter shows and everything where they investigated the house, and oh my god, it was so scary. So yeah, that was my paranormal experience at the Lizzie Borden bed and breakfast. Definitely a night to remember. Not in a good way. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you liked this. I have one other paranormal experience, and that was in my house. Whole different story. But let me know if you guys like this video, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time.